I'm excited to welcome on a top ranked 2023 Sean Stewart. What's going on today, bro?
I'm good. How are you?
Not much, man. Well, let's just get into this. You're part of 2023, and you started pulling a lot of offers recently. Let's go back to your very first one. Take us to that day. What was it like getting that very first Division One offer?
Well, I went to camp at USF. There was a lot of top players there around Florida, and then I guess they liked how I played, and then they offered me like 2 days later. The coach called my AAU coach, and he let me know that they offered me.
What was your reaction? Who was some of the first people you told after you got it?
I was just in shock because it was so early. It was like the beginning of my freshman year. I didn't really expect to get any so early. I just immediately told my dad, my mom, my brother, was just going crazy.
You've now had a few more offers. The top of the most recent ones, Pitt and ASU. The two Power Five schools, two big time programs. Take us through those two offers and what it kind of feels like to have those offers now.
It feels good because I know that they've been watching. It just feels good that they know who I am. Two big schools like that, schools that I've been watching for a long time. So it's just really cool to know that they believe in me so early in high school.
Let's talk about ASU a little bit. I live out in Arizona, so obviously we know all the flash going on right now. They add Jake up, they have Marcus Bagley out there. They just had a big time year in the Pac-12 last season. There's kind of a lot of big time stuff going on right there. What do you like about ASU and what Coach Hurley's doing with the program over there?
I always known about Bobby Hurley, watching all the Duke documentaries and stuff like that. He was a good player, and he's been a good coach. I like their style of play out there. They play like fast pace, how I like to play, free offense. They don't really like run a play every single time. It's just if you see a mismatch, go at them, stuff like that.
I mentioned two big time players they have right now, Marcus Bagley, as well as also Jake Up now. Two guys that kind of run the same position as you, that guard forward kind of mix of players. If they're able to go get something done with them, where they get those guys to the NBA in a year or two, how much more appealing does it make a school like ASU?
Oh, that makes it a lot more appealing because if you can see guys like that who I try to play like get them to the NBA, the highest level possible, then you got to consider going there, getting better.
And ASU is a little bit further away from Florida. Is that okay with you? Would you want to stay close to Florida? Is the distance not really a big factor for you?
It's not really a big factor to me because I have a lot of family on the West Coast.
Mhm.
My both of my parents are actually originally from California, different parts, so I have a lot of family over there.
Absolutely. And so the other big school recently is Pitt. What do you like about Coach Capel and what they're doing over there?
Oh, I also like them. They're ACC, the arguably the best conference there is. Play all the big schools. Like if you wanted to go to school to beat all the big schools, like be an underdog type guy, that's one of the schools you can go to for that.
Pitt also has a lot of big time players coming in there. A couple top 100 guys like John and a couple other players. What do you like about what Pitt's been able to build up now? And just like once again, what would it be like to possibly play in the ACC?
Oh, that would be great. The My dream is to play in the ACC or something like that, where everybody's watching ACC tournament, play everybody, and it's a great coaching staff. I like everyone over there.
That's awesome. And you also had another couple offers. Stenton's another big school you had. What was that day like? How'd you learn that you got that offer?
We had school workouts in the morning last year, my freshman year, and they um they came to a morning practice to watch some people play. I don't even know if they came to watch me actually, and they liked how I played. They like how hard I played, and then that afternoon, my coach called me into his room and then told me that they offered me.
So you have four offers now on the table. Is there anyone showing a lot of interest in you? If so, who are some of those schools showing a lot of interest right now that you know of?
It's actually been a lot of schools to reach out recently. There's been Stanford, Florida State, Miami, um, Princeton, Georgetown, Arkansas, um, Iowa State, Trying to think. Um, can't really think of any others right now, but it's been I think at least like 12 in the past 2 weeks.
And that's big time news. I mean, we'll get into your transfer in a little bit. We'll get into you playing basketball again in a little bit. But the schools that are contacting you right now that you know about, who's showing the most interest in who do you think might offer you the soonest?
Um, I don't know who's gonna offer me soonest, but the coaches I've talked to on the phone are Dayton, Georgetown, Michigan, and Florida. I was supposed to talk to Florida today, I think. And they've shown a little bit of interest, but a lot of schools like that, they don't like to kind of like rush into it so early after like a first call. But they watch me play, they like how I play, so it could come soon, but
Let's
no
talk about a
rush.
couple of those schools then. Georgetown's a school that has a guy in Coach Ewing that obviously is a Hall of Fame basketball player, one of the greats to ever play the game. When you see and you have a coach that's either coached in the NBA or played in the NBA, how much more appealing does that make a program knowing that that coach kind of did exactly what you want to do down the line?
It actually makes it like really big, really big factor because they know what it takes to get there. They know a lot of people in the NBA. They know they have a lot of connections. They can push you the hardest out of everybody because they know what it takes, how hard you have to work to get there. So, yeah.
Now, growing up, I mean, obviously we don't know if this Coach Ewing will be a coach today, but growing up, who were some of the NBA players you really loved watching that if they could have been your coach for something, you really would have loved to have them?
Oh, definitely like LeBron James because he's such a all-around player. He gets everybody involved. And I even seen him coaching this AAU season, like with his son. Seems like a good coach there that just believes in everybody. So yeah, he seems like he'd be a good coach.
So if LeBron was a coach and he wanted to join your team, you think there's a pretty good chance he might land you?
Oh yeah, yeah. I think that'd be a good chance to live.
For sure, man. And I mean, let's kind of talk about a couple other things. You look at college, it's gonna you start a lot more time to you really get into this process heavily. But what are some things you're looking for in a college? Consider them down the road.
Just the main things like good academics, good sports. I mean, obviously good sports, but like good facilities, good people at the campus, great coaching staff, all the things like that that would make a good college. Being near like any kind of family that I know.
Gotcha. And there's one of the big thing for a lot of guys, and that's the idea of possibly teaming up with someone. Is there anyone that you'd say you create a really strong bond with that you could see yourself play with at the college level?
Um, I mean, obviously, I'd love to play with like any of my teammates from AAU. That would be crazy because I've known them since like I know most of my AAU teammates since like fifth grade. So if I could play any of them in college, that would be. It's not
Great.
really like any national guys that I really know personally like that yet. That I've gotten any like good relationship with yet.
Absolutely. And you have had the ability and the blessing to be able to start playing basketball again. You've been playing for a couple months now, and kind of take us through this. What's it been like just getting back on the court? What's it feel like?
It feels good because the I was just at home for when school ended in May. I was just at home for like not even May. It was like March. We were just at home for like 3, 4 months, just working out with my dad every day.
Mhm.
Like we go to school on Zoom and then we'd work out from like 3 to 5, either like conditioning, shooting, basketball, playing, anything like that. And then it felt good to actually like start getting into playing and stuff like that. So because it's been such a long time. The last time that we played a game before, I think it was June that we played our first game was March in the playoffs. That was my last game.
And you've been playing at an incredible level right now, which is why you've been landing schools like Pitt, ASU, having all the interest you've been having. Where'd you kind of see this? I mean, when did you kind of start clicking for you that you realized you could become an elite player and you are one of the best players in 2023?
This summer I started off not as good as I wanted to, and my dad had to talk with me. He was like, "If you want to get to where you want to go, you got to start. you got to get it going right now. So I just clicked in my head. I started playing a lot better, but I feel I can still play better and then even get a lot more big stuff.
I mentioned a little bit earlier, I mean, the kind of guard for you are, I mean, you can kind of run the 1 to 4 kind of position really well. That's kind of the modern day player that a lot of guys look for. And you look at the NBA, who are some guys that you think you play a lot like, or you even kind of model your game after?
I try my best. I feel like everybody tries their best. Play like Kevin Durant, but in transition, I watch Giannis a lot, how he pushes the ball in transition. Just if he sees somebody ahead, he looks at them. But if he thinks he can go all the way, he'll go all the way and dunk it.
That is something you have in your game too. You are super athletic. How have you learned to start really being able to use that in a game?
Over this quarantine stuff, me, my dad, and my brother, we worked a lot on our athleticism stuff and going on the Vertimax and a lot of core stuff, getting more athletic so I can get some bodies this year.
And this upcoming year, you're gonna be at a new school. During this whole quarantine process, you decided to make the transfer. You were at Highland last year. You're not transferring obviously out to Windermere. Take us through this decision. Why do you want to make the move now?
I just felt it was the best decision at the time. I've been at Lake Highland since I was in kindergarten. That's all I really knew. I just wanted to have a new situation at a bigger school, have have bigger crowds every game, even if there is crowds this year, but bigger crowds every game. Just a new thing for the next 3 years.
And you have been playing at the high school level now for a couple years. You started playing eighth grade, actually in the rotation with the team. What was that like? How did you kind of get accustomed to the high school level that young?
Oh, it wasn't that easy, like, cause when you get in there, everybody's way stronger. It's way more physical, such more fast pace. But that that helped me a lot for this freshman year that I just played. I was already used to it, kind of. Did a lot of practices with the team, and it also got me ready for that AAU season last year because I was playing a little bit of varsity basketball. So the kids my age weren't as big and weren't ready for that yet.
You were in a limited role last year, partly because you were a freshman. You only averaged around 5 points a game, 5 rebounds. What's the next jump for you? Where do you think you can average next season?
This season, I'm trying to average like at least like 12 to 15 maybe. And last year I averaged I think like 2 blocks. I'm trying to average like 2.5 this year. I'm trying to average a double double. Hopefully I can do all that.
And you still have about 3 more years left of your high school career. What else do you want to accomplish? What's some of your biggest goals you have set for yourself over the next 3 seasons?
Trying to get 1,000 points. No one in Florida or not I don't know in Florida, but in our county has gotten 1,000 points, 1,000 rebounds. So I'm gonna try everything I can to get that. There's only been one player, and it was Tony Bradley. He's on Utah right now. I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to get um, invited to like a really big camp, like USA or something like that, and trying to have at least 20 offers by the time I graduate.
You also are a guy that is now a top player in 2023. People are starting to see how skilled you are. But your class is something special. I mean, there's a lot of big time talent out there. What's it like competing against the other 2023 guys out there?
Oh yeah, 2023, we have a loaded class. So that if you play in that class, it's hard games every game if you play in like EYBL or something like that. So that also gets me ready for high school season since 2023 is such a good class.
And not only just at the national stage, we talk about Florida basketball. It's one of the best, if not the best state for basketball. And 2023 is something special out there as well. You got Nathaniel out there. You got Marvell. I mean, there's a lot of big time players out there. What's it like? And then what's some of the top talent that you like playing against in 2023 in Florida?
This year I didn't really get to see any of those guys because they play. Well, Marvell is on my team, and Nate he plays for Night Riders. They didn't really play any tournaments this year because of the the COVID. But this EYBL season, hopefully we'll see all of them. It'll be some good competition.
You take your 2023 class in Florida, put them against the other 49 states out there. Where do you guys rank up? How's that team going to go against everyone else?
Oh yeah, well we're winning that for sure. 2023 Florida is definitely the best. I think we have like probably like three guys ranked in the first rankings right now. So I think it'll be us versus like California or something like that. They're pretty good too.
And take us through that whole entire class. I mean, give us like your 5 to 10 man guys. Who's on that roster?
Uh, Probably the two twins from Team Breakdown.
Mhm.
Marvell, I think you interviewed him. All the kids from my team for sure. And I don't really know many like at the top Florida 2023 guys, but I'd say the top kids would be from my AAU team, Night Riders, Team Breakdown, and Florida Vipers. Those are the best Florida teams. So I think um, if we just mix those teams together, that'd be the best Florida team for 2023.
Absolutely, man. A couple more things before I let you go. I want to wrap kind of talking about you building a legacy for yourself, which is something I think all guys ultimately want to do. So when you are done playing basketball someday, what do you want your legacy to be for what you achieve both on and off the court?
Um, I haven't really thought about that. I mean, I want to obviously have a good career in the NBA, but after that, I'd probably want to get into like sports marketing or business or something like that, and just do stuff with that I play basketball with. Just keep my whole life. I just want to do something involved with basketball. Anything, either if it's like a coach or like a announcer, anything like that. Something to do with sports.
Absolutely, man. Well, I'm definitely excited to see what God's got next for you, man, and keep doing your thing, bro. Of
All right, thank you for having me on.
course, you're always welcome on. Talk to you later, man. God bless.
All right.